Okay, hello, welcome everyone. So, let me get you in speed. Firstly, so welcome to my broadcast. So, this is very surprising. So, I did not create a scheduler or anything. I immediately start this broadcast. So, I am working on some of my personal Flutter project, and what I have come to is I need some kind of like country selector in the app, so that will be the UI, so something like this. So I am looking similar like this. Oh, okay, so similar like this, but I do not want is the country codes. And so this is still the like the React library that I am currently looking. And what I do not want is I do not like the country codes, and we can search it through the alphabeticals and the country flag, and the name is fine. So I try to find similar things in the Flutter pub.dev library. So there is country picker plus. um, so here is the one new one, which is all country picker, but none of them exactly matches as the as what I was looking for. So this one here is the great library, but it has the um, like the country code at the beginning, and which is something I do not like. So I'm not using this country picker for the code, like for the country code. So I am looking something for the country picker to get me back the country value. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So my app is basically a name meaning app, which is called the world name meaning. So it has the name for like name and meaning for the all of the names in the world. Now my application is getting bigger, and like I want to categorize the names based on the country. So user first needs to select the country, and then after that the names will appear in the list. So something I'm trying to like achieve, and there are no any packages, so I can develop the UI. But I thought of okay, so like let's knock this off with the package so that I can publish it, and it will be also helpful to others as well. Okay, so I think, yeah, you got the idea of what I am going to create. And so I will be using this image as the reference. So I will be creating something like this, which will be a simple UI widget. So that will be appear, like when I click on the country, and that will show me the list with the alphabetical selector at the right side. And there will not be any search, so search is not needed because there will be approximately 200 countries, and which I can on like easily select from the list or from here, the directory list. So for that I don't think search is needed, and it will just make unnecessary complication. So I just want to avoid that. All right, let's get started. So I do have the PS Code open here, so I will create a new project. And one thing to remember here is I will use the Copilot here, make use of the Copilot, and like I will try to do as less code as possible and try to complete this as soon as possible. Okay, so with that, let's start. Let me go ahead. So I have been like monitoring into the chat window. Like let me see. I can answer. So like if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat. Okay, so Control Shift P and create Flutter project. And it asks me what application you want to create. So this is a plugin, so it will not be an application, not an empty application, not a skeleton application, a module, but no, it's not a module. And here you go, so a package. Yeah, so we will be creating a package. So the difference between the package and plugin is the plugin is actually platform specific. So if you want to deal with the platform specific code, then it's called a plugin. But if you are just dealing with the Dart code, the Flutter code, then it's a package. So let's click on that. So it will be inside my apps folder. So the name would be, so okay, so here it comes. So the name should now better to match the package name that aren't yet published. So let me try something. So country picker, let me say country selector. Oh, it's already there. The country selector is already there. Let's see, country chooser. I think this package is not here. You can also search more like this, edit here and search country underscore chooser. Okay, so not found means we can use this as our package name. Okay, country chooser. Okay, okay, now we have the country chooser. Code right here, and let's explore the pub spec. Okay, and then this folder. Okay, okay, yeah, looks good. Now what I need to do first is this will be the export class. I will come into that. So now let's see what we will need to build. Okay, so let's extract this. So what we'll need is we'll need a list view, we'll need a country flags, and then we will need a country names, and then we will need a list view that has a support for this, like the alphabetical selector, right? So for that I will be just using a package, third-party package, so that would be easy. I think I do have used into like the previous project. I can just easily grab from there. Okay, so world name meaning, open it, and then if I take a look at the screens level, I think here I should have used this one, alphabetical list view. Let's see how does it work, and then just place it right here, alphabetical list view. Okay, so this is something we will be using, but we won't be using this group, so we do not need that. Yeah, let's build it. All right, so I will just keep it at a side, and then here sorry, Okay, so here open up a terminal and then type, so flutter pub add and paste the package name. Oh, I did double. Okay, so flutter pub add alphabetical list view, so this will automatically find the compatible version for your um, project, and it will add into the pubspec.yml. Okay, so we can see it has been added and the dependency pubget has been done. And if you take a look at here, it should be here. So we can say in the dependencies, so it automatically added 1.1.4 version alphabetical list view. Now I actually do not want to do a code, since there is a copilot. So, and you may have heard the agent mode, so select on agent mode and let copilot do everything. So um, so let's create a screen class that will show a list of that will show a list of country flags. Okay, so create country list widget in lib and use for pit underscore list underscore list view for the list view to display a list of all countries with their flag. I don't know, it can, so since I have not provided a flag, okay, so let me provide a flag because I don't know it can automatically get the flag or not. So it maybe it can get, but it will be unnecessary complication for like agent to do all the thing into one app. So I think I do have somewhere around here, let me see if I do have a flag here in the assets. Okay, and icons, these are icons. I assume there is a flag in my project, but I am not able to find. Let me quickly search details screen, and then here let's search for flag. Let's see the logic how I am doing. So country flag dot from code. Oh, okay, so I am using the flag from the package, so I do not have that flag in my assets folder. I am retrieving the flag from the country code. Okay, got it. So let's say first at the very first glance, so Copilot can do it or not. If not, we can like still use that package to get the country flag. But yeah, but let's see how does Copilot handles this. I think new model has arrived, but yeah, I will just say enable. Okay, it's doing, man. Okay, I think it created country module, and then okay, keep this like it. So still working on. It's working. Oh, it created the country data. Wow. It also created a flag. I did not expect that. Wow, that's amazing. This is amazing, man. Hmm. It created a get all countries, search countries as well. Oh, wow. Let's see the list. So list it created a search country. Oh, okay. So some I did not like it created a search bar, but it's okay. We can remove that. Try to create a filter over there. But yeah, let's keep it. I like everything. Keep it. Now here, something to modify here. List of country can be assigned to parameter type alphabetical list item group. So we can do again fix the code for country list widget dot dot. It will do it automatically for us. Let's see if it can automatically fix it. If not, we can do our fix. So this cloud sonnet for model is, you know, like much better than what I thought of. So I really have not need to do anything here. It is doing everything. Let me check actually. Okay, so it is trying to check the documentation because it got confused how to solve it. So okay, so now they read through the documentation, got access to the web, and now they fix it. Okay, okay. Wow, this is amazing. See, I'm just sitting and monitoring what they are doing. So they are creating everything. Okay, even doing Flutter analyze to make sure that there is no errors. Wow, that's smart. Mm, okay, so looks like they want to check it again. Okay, do it again one more time. I gave you the chance. Okay, so there is one warning they found, and they also want to fix that. That's amazing. That's just info warning, and they said, okay, let's do it as well. So that's really awesome. Oh, okay. So now there is no any issues. They fix it all. Even warnings, even infos, errors, everything gone now. It's a perfect clean code. Hmm. They wanted to do a final check to ensure everything is working. Okay, do it. But they are doing analyze a lot of time. Oh, okay. They find it analyze. I don't know where it came from. Okay, this we can at least fix ourselves, right? So there is hardly one error, or I think I don't see this in the code, but that's okay. They want to do Flutter analyze again, so doing it for the very last time, and if something is not working, then like we will do it. Did they even write a test case? Oh, wow, they also write a test case. Did not expect it of this. Okay, let's do it. Right, go for it. Okay, you want a reporter? Wow, all test pass. See, perfect. I do not need to do anything for publishing a library, so just need to do a manual test. So I will just press keep all this code, pressing on keep. Okay, okay. Okay, I think. Oh, so did they even created a example folder for me? I don't know, but if I remember correctly, the example folder was not there before. Anyway, this is very good. Let's see. But however, the example folder does not has any pub spec folder, so they have created the main file, which is very good. But I don't know, this might be the upgrade version of the Flutter, and we may not need the traditional pub spec. Just my guess. Let's see if it can do. It's Flutter run, Flutter launch program. Okay, let's see. However, this is in lib slash. Okay, let's try to run it. It's a Flutter project, and then if I do run, then it will say enable project, right? So it's in example actually. So example. Okay, so let's try to run now. Nah. So what we'll need to do is we need to do cd example, and then do flutter create that. So this will create a empty Flutter project and add all the project files. So you can say, so previously it was just leave that mean the dart. Now it has all of the files. So so it is trying to access the package chooser, but it said it did not find. That's because we will need to add a dependency here. So go to the dependency side and do a country chooser, and then remove this version since we have not published it and it is only available in our local path. Do it like this. Yeah, you also need a country chooser because let's see if you need a country chooser. No, actually not. You do not need a country chooser because your country chooser application is itself inside the root directory, so you will just need to do a double back. And then when you are in example folder, do flutter pub get to get the dependencies. Okay, everything went well. So once you get those dependencies, make sure your main.dart resolves everything, and it is using a country from that package. Is it using? Okay, so here we can see we have a list of countries which is actually referring to from the package, right? Okay, and then also one more thing I would like to check is we will need to check the country chooser dot country underscore chooser dot dart and make sure we have the export for the widget, and this is something we need. And wow, the copilot automatically write it. Anyway, all good to go, all good to test. Now I should have write this Flutter example because it is actually running inside from the example leave main, and let's run and see how our package does look like. I will boot the emulator. It will take some time. I hope my streaming is going well. I don't know how many viewers are there. I don't see any message in the chat. I hope it's not zero. I know it will be less than 10 if there is any fears. So I stream just so that I do not need to, like take time for uploading the video. It will take unnecessary space in my, like laptop, hard drive, and I am already running the low space. So I just thought of doing a live streaming, and it will, like upload straight to the YouTube, and that saves a lot of time. So that's my initial thought. All right, we have emulator here. Hi Fisal. Yeah, so yeah, happy to see your message. So you want to learn, and if you have no experience in coding, so does that mean if you have no experience in the Flutter, or you do not have any experience in the programming language? Do you have an IT background? Okay, so for some reasons my emulator, I think it got hanged. It is not booting up properly. Let me do a cold boot instead. I will stop it here. Do a cold boot. This will start emulator from the very, like it will do a reboot of emulator basically. So whereas the just boot will process the session of that emulator to save time, whereas cold boot will restart the emulator, just like your phone, like restarts, right? So when you do a power off and turn on, so it's cold boot is similar like that. Okay, we are in boot logo, and let's see. Okay, we are in the launcher. Now we can run our project. I will hide this chat window with Copilot, and then we'll just monitor here. Oh, my this one is still there. I can turn this off. So these devices are just behaving slower than usual. So probably because I am doing a broadcast. So it's the non-issue. So every time I boot the simulator, it will show a pop that system UI has stopped working, and however it will work. So no matter of whichever option is selected, it will work. Okay. Okay, it's launching. Few more minutes. Yeah, so I am now able to see how many users are currently viewing this streaming. So can anyone put into chat that how many users are viewing? So just curious while it's loading. I don't see in chat, so I assume no one. It's all right. Okay, so launching is taking longer time than expected. Next time I will use the real device because the streaming at the same time, and also launching a emulator looks like challenging. So today in this video, uh, what we will be doing is, so we have already created a plugin, right? I should say a package, a better name. So we have created a package, and we will take another session for uploading the package to the pub spec. So I will be just doing a testing, and then once it looks good to me, so I will use this plugin, sorry, I will use this package in my project, which is the project that, like the app is already published into the Play Store. So I will use this package locally, and like use the country picker into my app, and then in the next session we'll be uploading into the pub.dev, and it will be available to everyone to use it. Okay, so that's our target state. Okay, the build is complete. Now it should take less than 1 minute. Oh, there we go. I am very excited to see how it will look like. Oh, there we go. So we have a source at the top, and we have a list here. Ooh. Whoa, it's very nice. Amazing. Hmm. Wow. Okay, so selected Somalia. So if I do a select, then I can do a selected. So let's see at the example code here and what I am actually receiving. So okay, so this is what we exactly need. So we actually need a function which will return back a country. So think of this example as the like real app that is using some kind of package. So here ignore all other widgets and just focus on these sections, and you can see the country list widget is here, and then like on selected, and there is a country, so which is actually a function which gets returned whichever you have selected, and like there you print the country, and it's just a snack bar that is printing into UI, but the actual logic is right here, which will return a country. So this is all we need, and we can remove this. Is this a search bar? Oh no, this is not a search bar, but yeah, that's fine. So let's see if search is working correctly. So this does, I actually have like no plan for adding a search, but it added, and that's a good point, I think. Getting a little slower. I'm going to search for Indonesia. Oh, there we go. Search is working perfectly fine. Here we have Indonesia and India, so let's select one of it, and we can see the country, selected country, has reflected. So our package is working completely fine. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to add some parameters. So basically in my app I do not have plans to add this search field, right? So I do not want to display that, but if you include that into package, then there is no way to remove from the application layer if you have not provided an option. So for that purpose, I am going to add here an option to add a visibility for the search bar. So for that, what you will need to do is um, simply do final bool. So we can also do this for, like the copilot. um, yeah, let's try. I do not want to write actually, because it's so simple, right? So let's ask copilot to do. So add a boolean flag to show or hide the search bar. Make it required. Okay. Now it will do everything for you. Okay. Oh, sorry, got it. So we already have Copilot already did show search bar feature, which was by default true. Okay, so but we made it a required, so it's better to make it required. So the reason for the required is it's visible to users, like sometimes you do not know what features are available in the plugin, right? So everybody does not have go through the code. So if this search bar is by default, if like say defaults are true, then the developers will know, okay, so there is actually a flag called show search bar and it is false. So if someone needs a search bar, then they can like know it instantly that, oh, there is a search bar feature and I only need to pass a boolean flag to true. So they do not need to go through documentation, or they do not need to explore the code base for the country list to know that. So for that, I would like recommend to make those fields as a required, so that is visible always in the code. And then now let's see. Okay, I have is restart in progress, and we should have it reflected. Oh, this is unexpected. Okay, iPhone. Okay. Okay, so the loading taking time. Okay, it gave a command to restarted the application, and there we go. We do not have a search bar now. Hello, Jeff. Yeah, so actually what I am doing is I am creating a package that will display a list of country with this flag, and then we also have like alphabetical search for that countries. So I'm building this for Flutter. There is similar thing that was already exist in the React, so we are taking reference of this one and we build something like this. So everything was done with the Copilot, so I was only doing testing for it actually. And actually we have like pretty good UI, and we are just testing now. All right, so we have added a search like we have added a boolean flag to hide the search bar, and so we can see the search bar is hidden. Yeah, so yeah, you can learn C++ from the YouTube other channels, or you can start with the Java. So it's not necessary that you first need to learn C++. So any object oriented programming you can learn. I think Java would be a much better because it has a many use case All right. Yeah, so this looks good to me. So I wish I could also remove this if the grouping from the list and also the code for these countries. So let's give these tags to, sorry, let's give these tags to Copilot so that it does handles for me. So let's write inside in the country list widget. Okay. um Create a boolean flag to show or hide the country. Does it a country code? So does it what it actually name for? I think it's called country code, country flag, country dot flag, and then we have country dot name and country dot code. Okay. Create a boolean flag to show or hide the country code subtitle widget. So it's the subtitle widget, right? So we are displaying the country code in. So for that, just make the Copilot easier to understand that what we want to do. And then once that is done, and also I want to hide is this group name. Also hide the group. Also add, let's say add a boolean flag to show or hide the alphabetical group header character in list view. Okay, let's give it, let's go. Okay, it did. Okay, now it's building for the code. Okay, so it added it. So before accepting it, it's a lot of code changes. So let's see if it does the work, and if it does, then we will just accept it. So in our main.dart, okay, so it's already added here, so we will just accept this for now. And then where is that? Okay, so in the main.dart, so country code is true, so I want to make it false. And then so alphabetical headers is also, let's make it false. So now it should remove the header, and also like the country code should be removed. So let's restart. So these headers and this subtitle country code should get removed in the restart. So if that does, then we will accept the code that Copilot recommend. Okay, it did. Okay. Okay, it did, but it also removed the alphabetical like list, right? So that is something we do not want. So in that case, we will not be accepting these changes. So I'm doing Control Z to undo this, and then going back, control list here, I will do undo, so we do not accept the changes. So let's restart at this point and make sure that our code is in working condition. So, you know, like when working with Copilot, be cautious at, you know, like what you are doing, and check in time to time before, like making a big sense, before you accept anything, to make sure that everything is working end to end. Otherwise it could break everything. Okay, so at this point, first let's do only one task, because the another task it just broke, right? So just copy the first task, copy this, and then just give it. So I know it will handle this one for the good. So this is simple. So let's do. So the another one also it's a do, but it probably did not understand our command. So we need to write it more clear when the Copilot did not understand. Okay, going back to main.dart in example, and here now see, let's see what was the flag it created. So it created show country code, right? So I also want to make this as a required. Show country code, and then show country code as false. Okay, so it has been applied, so we can see we are no longer seeing the country code, and it's appear, flag name and the country name. Perfect. Now I just want to remove this header and see. Now for this we need to now understand the code, because when we give the task prior to the Copilot, it just messed up. So just see how it is built. So that's when it comes, you need to, like understanding the programming at every, like you just cannot depend upon the AI, right? So something manual you need to do. So list option is here. Oh, here is only thing it is doing. So here is the header builder. I believe this is what it is building. Let's see, let me comment this out and restart. Let's see if this is the main component that is building that title. Did it start it? I think it did restart it. I think that might not be the component. List options, header list builder. Oh, it restarted, and this is not, it's not doing. So I will put that back, and then probably this one, tag that increase. Not able to find which is building. Probably this overlay option. Let's do show overlay false. So this overlay is a 60 by 60. Okay, so this overlay is different. Okay, I got it. So this overlay is actually, when we select here, there was some overlay. So this one, so the alphabet, right, coming L M R, so for that overlay. So this overlay also, I can keep a boolean variable, boolean flag here, bool, final bool, so overlay. So developers should have access for everything, you know. What is this? Did I do something here? Okay. Widget that is widget dot show overlay. Okay. Now it will depend upon that, and also we need to do so overlay is false. And now here we are finding that thing, right, which is in that color. Okay, so here it should be just above the list style. So this is inside list style. Give me 1 second. Somewhere from here. So guys, if you know anything, if you spot anywhere, then feel free to keep that into chat. So meanwhile, let me check here a quick documentation. This is different. This is not so. Okay, so let's try. So probably this overlay. I have keep overlay as a false. See if that solves. If that's not, then we will just leave that as is, and we will cover that into next session. Okay, so the overlay is different. So now if I select on these any of these the alphabet selector, so the overlay is not coming, so that one is for that, but I'm still not able to figure out where it is the group item is displaying for. So it looks good to me, so I need to explore the documentation a little bit, but I will cover that into the next session. And yeah, so at this point our this country picker is perfect. Now we will be using this into the project, the personal project that I am doing, and for that, um, since we have not published the package yet, so what I will do is I will just copy this. Okay, so where is this project located? So do a pwd, and it's inside the apps directory. It's inside the apps directory, so I will open my project, which is world name meaning, right here, and then so it's nothing. I can delete this. Okay, so did I modify this? Okay, anyway, so here in the main.dart, okay, so these are no longer needed. I was just doing some hit and try here. Okay, now here I will need to add a package. Now first let's, okay, so click on the home folder, going back to my projects directory and country chooser. This is the package that we created, so I will just drag it and paste it into the root directory. Do you want to copy country chooser or add a country chooser as a folder to a workspace? Add a folder to workspace, copy folder. I would say copy folder for now because I'm just skipping a copy for this, and since the workspace will be the same. Okay, so country chooser is right here, and in the pub spec all I need to do is I will remove this and then do country underscore chooser. Sorry. Oh, come on. So it's doing the copilot, like automatically adding the code here. I'm just pressing one tab and it just added. I don't know how to do that. Okay, so part, I'm adding the space, and now the country chooser inside the country chooser directory. So don't make that confusion. So now the question comes is, do we need a double dot here? The answer is no, because the country chooser and the pub spec is in the same directory. So in that case, we do not need to go back, and we only need a single dot slash, which represents the current directory. Okay, and then in the terminal, type flutter pub get. There you go. Now in the main.dart, so instead of using our default home, I want to use the country chooser first, and then this will be the this list will appear when the like country is selected. So I'm doing a cut here and do a country list screen, country list widget, right? Country list widget, and then we need to add all the required parameters, and one more. So search bar is false. I do not want to use the search bar. So country code is false, and so overlay is false. Now we need on country selected. Okay. I think it did automatically. Okay. So on case of on country selected, we will do a navigation push, but we will not be passing any data for now. We are not passing any country for now because I have not like modified my current project to filter based on the country. So I will keep this as is. So now let's check this. Now it will be a new application, so I will need to run this world name mini. Okay, so the streaming is how long is this streaming has been recording? So probably it's been 1 hour. So 1 hour 10 minutes I can see. Okay. So once this runs, okay, sorry, so it's trying to run it into the Mac OS application, so let's not do that and select our emulator. It's already there. I don't know, it was already there. Probably I selected the wrong one. Let's try. I don't know what's happening. So anyway, let it be. So let me close my old emulator and use this emulator with it picked. So what we will be seeing is we will launch the Wall Story app, and then here we will display the list of countries. Then in choose of any country, so it will take me to the collapsible search screen, which will be a list of name. So probably in our next streaming season, we will be uploading this country list into the pub.dev, and it will be available for everyone to consume. So that's the goal, and we are done. So I will do so this is all I need. So I will deal with the country in my personal project. So if you are interested in this personal project that what I am doing, so I can show that app into the app store, sorry, Play Store I would say, because it's not published for the iOS yet, it's only in the Android,